where we all be on the cry for. That democracy will cry for on the 24th of June 2023. That democracy they will cry for na in the camp for camp protect. Then the camp for camp protect Salone people them. They not get for day under the command of the SLPP illegal junta government. They not get for day under the command of the Internal Affairs Ministry. They not get for day under the command of the Defense Ministry. They not get for day the command under all of the institutions they are so we are called. Now it make the meeting where they all yesterday, ONS be they part of the meeting, the military they part of the meeting, the police they part of the meeting, the Ministry of Defense, the Ministry of Internal Affairs, they part of the meeting, and the other international development partners them, they all day part of the meeting. They make it clearly in that meeting they say they not they under the command of Marabiu, then they under the command of ECOWAS, then they under the command of Africa Union, then they under the command of the UK, then they under the command of the US, then they under the command of the European Union. Now then people are go tell them waiting for do, waiting not for do. But not to Marabiu for can control them. Now make financially the government of Salone the 50 million odidi. Financially the government of Salone the 1 million odidi. Now the ECOWAS responsible for them people are, and who that they sponsor the ECOWAS, who that they finance the ECOWAS. Now the UK, the US, and the European Union. Now then they sponsor the ECOWAS. What we mean the European Union? Then countries they will come together where they form the EU. The Germany they did it, the Holland did it, the France did it. Of course, France now big time people the way they support the ECOWAS. We all know the role where they play. France and Germany. We know the role where they play when it comes to military in Africa. The France, the Germany, the UK, and the US. We know the role where they play. Then 4 countries they are. We know whose role where they play. Now the ECOWAS stabilization and troop we don't come. Now then they spend their money. The Salone government they put 50 million day. The salary is them where they get for pay them people are. The thing they where they get for eat, thing they where they work, fuel, everything where you think about. Not to Salone government they give them. Not to Salone government they give them because they know say they know they under the command of Marabiu. They know they under the command of the SLPP illegal junta government headed by Marabiu. They know they under in command, but then they under the command of ECOWAS. Now waiting ECOWAS wants for make them do, now they do. Now waiting the European Union wants for make them do, now they do. Now waiting the UK and the US wants for me to do, now they do. So I don't want let Salone people in fear say, let them afraid say, hey, there's soldier maya where they cancel, them police maya where they cancel. Not to intimidate them, they can't intimidate where Marabiu no go use them for do nothing, no. Marabiu no get the power for use them for beat any Salone person. Marabiu no get the power for use them for kill any Salone person. Marabiu no get the power for use them for intimidate any Salone person. Marabiu no gets that power there because I no go talk about him minister them. If Marabiu no gets the power, nobody no gets the power for make a command. Then troop there where they cancel. Because there where they cancel, then they mix them. Then they bring policeman them. Then they bring sojaman them. Then they bring the one like what we call OSD. Then they bring them back as well. The troops then get for camp. Hundreds or thousands of them get for camp na Salone within the next couple of weeks. So now this I want for update people them. Now this I want for you to know. Me be don't tell you na me live. A lot of people will be don't ask those questions na me live. Who send this troop they come? I be tell you na say them people are get for camp before the end of the tripartite committee. Then troops they are get for day so because before the end of the tripartite committee, and because they know say the country in situation how it did so, the tendency for let's back it go into war back a day. The situation for let the country did so, the tendency for let it go into genocide, the tendency for let it go into regional war, the tendency for let it go into tribal war, the tendency for let it go into political war. Now it make before we get the tripartite committee recommendations come on a do, then go down Kanaya, then go down Denaya, then go down deploy Naya. And this deployment, when they make so, then they deploy force now the western area, rural and urban. Now they force, then they do this deploy. Now the western area, rural and urban, now they do this deploy. Then get for extend this deploy. Now the districts them. Then get for go now the north, the northwest, the south and the southeast. Then get for go deploy. But this first deployment, now the western area, rural and urban. So we allow we not afraid salon people them. We allow we get confidence and we allow we believe say them people are where they come now for protect salon people them. They no get for can do bad to nobody. Marabio no get for command them for do nothing. Nothing Marabio no get that power they for command them all. And Marabio don't know this. A minister they don't know this. They know they can't for can guide Marabio. No, not so Marabio then they can guide. They know they can guide Julie Jallo. They know they have for can hold bag for Toma. They know they come for can guide any minister. Nobody, absolutely nobody. They know they have for can guide. But then they na also for protect Sierra Leoneans them. Then they na also for fight for citizens them. Then they na also for defend our democracy. Then they na for let peace and stability in this country. Now that one day, now the mission we they can for Nayaso. So Famulem, if I can come out and say anything about the stabilization troop within a salon, the stabilization troop within Kanayaso, because I get a lot of calls there, people and they say, hey, no, people and they talk say no to them don't come. This not lie, not true. Well, we allow with patience now, Lord wait for the next 2 weeks, Lord see waiting they happen. We allow patience, Lord wait for the next couple of weeks, Lord see waiting they happen. And I continue for tell una say, them people are not get for the under the command of Marabio. No, absolutely they not get for the under the command of Marabio. Now waiting ECOWAS want let them do, now then they do. Believe you me, now waiting the ECOWAS wants, now then they do. Not to Marabio they can't control them all. Now make Marabio in 50 Leon no de in Shishi in 1 Leon Tongosuli of Marabio no de pad. But then that stabilization. Troop where they come so na salon. Because Marabio no get nothing for contributing. Even in the Marabio, them people and they control them. Now waiting they want for they do, now for do. So now that's how the salon people they know. And let argue now waiting they happen. Now the tripartite committee, of course, the tripartite committee they do the work. The tripartite committee then they put all the recommendations them every document then they put them together. And I can always they talk say waiting with the expect from resolution 3. We expect from resolution 3 say then go tell we say na Marabio win the elections. Then go tell we say na Dr. Samuel Kama win the elections, or then go tell we say nobody not reach the threshold when at 55%. If nobody not reach 55%, then definitely we know what's the 1991 constitution tell we, but presidential elections, if nobody not reach the 55%. Salon people now that would expect. We need to expect nothing. What would they expect? Now resolution 3, we talk about elections results. Now I make resolution 3, as I can always tell una say, now the primary responsibility of the tripartite committee. Resolution 3 is the primary responsibility of the tripartite committee. So this resolution 3, what would they expect? The recommendation would tell we say, okay, with all evidence, Marabio don't win the elections. We get evidence where they prove say yes, Marabio win the elections. All the evidence, then the empirical evidence did. That's when we go allow Allah continue. If the evidence shows say now Dr. Samuel Kamara now win the elections, all the evidence can point say now Dr. Samuel Kamara now win with empirical evidence them. What thing will happen? Marabio will grab na the seat. Dr. Samuel Kam he can sit down. Then they begin counts for Dr. Samuel Kamara. Who say he can sit down the day where he sit down and they begin counts for her now. The Marabio come out. But if it is same evidence back can prove say Marabio no get 55%, Dr. Samuel Kamara no get 55%, what thing will happen? Definitely the 1991 constitution can take in place where it talks say if the presidential candidates them nobody know able for school 55%, then definitely we will go into another elections we will call a runoff or a rerun elections. So now that's what we expect. Where we don't get the recommendations, then then resolution 8 they come into your actions where it tell we say if for implementable and if for actionable. Marabio no gets the power for say, hey, no, this will not go implement them. Marabio no gets the power for say, no, this will not go be actionable. anything whether they implement and it will be actionable. Now make we get the stabilization troop where they can also that stabilization troop play, then get in touch with the APC party, especially Dr. Samoa Kamara, then get meeting with them. Then get personally get meeting with Marabio for let them tell them, let them warn them, let them advise them, for tell them say this country I dey so now waiting salon people want now for happen at this country. Not to waiting Marabio want, not to waiting Dr. Samoa Kamara want. Now waiting salon people want now Marabio for do. Now waiting salon people want now Dr. Samoa Kamara for do. And Dr. Samoa Kamara don't demonstrate that. Samoa Kamara don't demonstrate that. Waiting salon people and they tell them 80% of the citizens in this country waiting they tell Samoa Kamara. Now they do. They tell us say defend we vote. People and they think say for defend vote. Party come on ado, you go first. Party come on ado, you go set alala. You get a different way for defend person in vote. You get different logic them. You get different strategies them for defend person in vote. This now one of the strategies where Dr. Samoa Kamara use for defense the alliance that they vote. And this strategy, a lot of African leaders, a lot of African nations, they don't learn from Dr. Samoa Kamara in strategy. They don't learn from Dr. Samoa Kamara in experience. They don't learn from Dr. Samoa Kamara in expertise. They don't learn from waiting Dr. Samoa Kamara don't go through as somebody who believe in the rule of law, as somebody who not law-abiding citizens. And not go say, like call me people out, because Dr. Samoa Kamara get the power, Dr. Samoa Kamara get the popularity for today. I not say tomorrow, but today on day, no mortal man no day na this country where popular is Dr. Samoa Kamara. That mortal man they no day. I not say wetin no happen yesterday. I not say waiting for happen tomorrow. But today, when at Tuesday, May 21, 2024. Dr. Samoa Kamara, no mortal man no day, no salon person no day, we popular, reach am. And inside the APC self, all the one they were in active politics inside the All People's Congress Party, nobody no day, we popular reach Dr. Samoa Kamara today. Inside the APC, the one they were in active politics, nobody know they were popular reach am. And Dr. Samoa Kamara don't score the highest number of valid votes for the APC party ever in history of the All People's Congress Party, between Dr. Shaka Stevens and Dr. Anes Baikoroma and Dr. Samoa Kamara. Dr. Samoa Kamara, then three people and then don't contest elections for the All People's Congress Party. Dr. Samoa Kamara don't get the highest votes among them three people. They are all. He don't get the highest votes. So that tells you the man is more popular than any other APC person for today. Now that's our law agree. Now that's our law accept. And that day you like him, you know like him. That's the fact. That's the reality. Go there and check the records. Now the person who don't get the highest votes for APC ever in history of the elections, they all the presidential elections them where APC don't ever get na this country. So you come to Shaka Stephen, you know, you come to Anes, you know, up to Inyon. Now you don't get the highest vote. So now we get that expected for them. Now we make sure say we follow waiting the tripartite committee they do. The Kenyan judge we don't sit down at the tripartite committee as the head of the secretariat where they compile, they put documents together, they put everything in place for ensure say the 19th of June we get back with democracy. The 19th of June, we return back to our democracy. Just like where U.S. congressman say. He said they go ensure say they restore democracy in a salon. Just like what the European Union say. They say, then they fight for ensure say salon go back to our democracy. Now that fete day with the fete. Now that up and down, we all go through. So today, when I follow People's Power, 12 p.m. live on Facebook, it go there. Now the Bintu money in team go there. Now the Bintu money for ensure say when I get the live update, waiting the happy na Bintu money. So on that note, family, me now the People's Power.